G'day, this is Jim from Living Life Now. Today I'm sharing with you a port guide on the cruise destination port of Hobart. Part of the attraction in going to Hobart is actually the journey to Hobart. Most cruises depart the mainland of Australia, so you journey across the Tasman and the Bass Strait before experiencing some stunning scenic cruising along the east coast of Tasmania in the Freycinet National Park. The sail into Hobart along the Derwent River takes about an hour and a half. And it's a nice sail in with rolling hills and distant mountains and waterfront homes. You spot Mount Wellington in the backdrop, as well as the Tasman Bridge on your arrival. Hobart's cruise terminal is Macquarie's Wharf, right on the waterfront and close to the centre of town. We arrived there on sunset, and it was nice seeing the city change from daylight to dusk. There's a couple of berths at the terminal, and when we were there, the outer berth had the scenic eclipse that had to shuttle bus to the port entry. So in the morning, we decided to explore Hobart. Now, the berth was right next to the cruise terminal, so you literally walked out the door and walked into the hangar next door, making this cruise terminal one of the most accessible cruise terminals in Australia. The terminal had really good arts and crafts and artisans displays, and definitely worth taking a look around before heading out to Hobart Central. The transition from the terminal out into the waterfront is wheelchair friendly, and there's taxis and the shore excursions just leave straight out the front. Yeah, pretty simple access. You've just got to follow the crowds, and everyone's heading in the same direction down to the waterfront. Now, once you're out of the terminal and you're into the waterfront area, it's about a 200-metre stroll past an apartment building before reaching a group of four of the main tour operators in Hobart. These tour operators offer a really good variety of tours and at a fairly good price point too. So there's the City Highlights tours, there's the Mount Wellington tour, there's the Historic Richmond tour, there's the Brewery and the Female Factory tour, as well as a combination of a few of these in day tours. So yeah, you got a few options there, as well as the Ho-Ho bus. Linda and I decided on the 90-minute City Highlight tour at $40 a head. The tour operator recommended the Jam Cafe, located across the road in the old IXL Jam Factory. This ended up a very pleasant experience, as the cafe was located in a beautiful old restored factory. The coffee was okay, but the fresh scones were excellent.
Good. Definitely jam on top is better.
No,
Hey,
no.
So after we fueled up on some scones, we took a walk along the waterfront. Now Hobart's waterfront is vibrant and it's picturesque, and it blends historical charm and modern attractions. Here our bus was leaving from Brook Street Pier, which was just a 3-minute walk from where we had breakfast. Now we decided on the City Hopper 90-minute tour, which you remain on the bus. We didn't want to hop on and hop off and wait in lines till the next bus comes along. We just wanted to get a feel of Hobart and the suburbs and the surrounding areas. And we kind of got that on this. It was a double-decker bus. We were sitting down below, so I didn't get a lot of good footage, but I'd recommend it over the Ho-Ho. Basically because all the stops on the Ho-Ho are walkable from the port, if you're in fair condition. The only place I would have stopped, which is a little bit out of town, is the Brewery and the Female Factory. On this particular day, as we came back through the city, we noticed the queues for the Ho-Ho bus and went, yeah, we've probably made the right decision here. Even though there was quite a few Ho-Ho buses, so they wouldn't have waited for long. Anyway, yeah, it was a nice 90 minutes well spent, and it kind of set us up on our bearings for the town for further exploration. Where the bus dropped us off at the waterfront, it's just a short stroll to Salamanca Markets, and everything's so convenient at this port. Now, the street stalled Salamanca Markets are open on Saturday between 8 and 3 p.m. but every day of the week there's something happening in the market area. We wandered through the marketplace, just having a look at the local produce and the wines that are available. It's known for its sparklings and its pinots and its cheeses and arts and crafts, etc. I found a nice place, so I tasted a few gins and brought some craft gins. There was also a really good steak joint that I was tempted to stop in for lunch, as Tassie's also known for its beef and the quality of its beef. Constitution Dock is also close by. That's the arrival place of the iconic yacht race, the Sydney to Hobart. Now keep an eye out for the entrance to Kelly Steps. Now Kelly Steps will take you up to Battery Point. This historic set of sandstone steps were built in 1839 by James Kelly to connect Battery Point to Salamanca Markets. Now it's an uphill trek, but it only takes about 5 minutes, and it's well worth seeing this historic suburb. It's known for its charm and colonial architecture and rich history. It's named after the battery guns installed in 1818 to protect Hobart from potential threats. The shops and cafes are spread out, but it's well worth exploring this area, and that's part of its charm. Now, to get a feel of any suburb, you've got to venture out and find the local watering hole. And I was lucky enough to come across the Shipwrights Arms Hotel. Its walls were adorned with Sydney to Hobart memorabilia and some of Hobart's maritime history. It was beer o'clock, so I decided to try the local Cascade lager, followed by the Cascade draft. Anyway, the Shipwrights Arms Hotel gets a big thumbs up from me. We didn't make our way back to the waterfront via Kelly Stairs, but instead we just wandered around and we just explored and were quite happy to get lost and felt safe just wandering the streets and exploring this beautiful town. Unfortunately, we didn't spot the trike or the horse-drawn carriage till after we'd already explored the town. But this would be a really good way to explore the town, especially when the weather was so good. We probably spent about another hour just walking around the waterfront and taking in the sights before returning to the ship. Alright, if you've got any ideas that you'd like to share with us, please leave a comment below, and if you like this, give it a thumbs up, and yeah, we'll catch you next time. Uru.